Hi, welcome. I'm Tom, your host, and this is the Dropcast Movie Poster Podcast Interview Edition. This format is part of the Instagram blog Drop, and you can find us under @DropMakeOfficial. We do reviews, news, and interviews that all have to do with the film business. And today we will talk to the Fox News host, scratch that, prolific illustrator Katherine Lam, who is probably more known for her editorial work than for her amazing posters, but that is definitely going to change, and you heard it here first. So stay tuned, head over to our Instagram profile @DropMakeOfficial to follow along with the art we're talking about, or check us out on YouTube for the video version. And now let's welcome Katherine. How are you today?
Hi, Tom. Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. We talked a little bit beforehand. It's still cold in New York, so
Yes.
yeah, and it's getting spring feelings around here. So I'm feeling mighty good. And as you can see, like I think I did the last interview I did with Attack Peter that came out last week. I think we did it around the same time, and it was already dark, but now it's still light out. So it's really nice to have that little change.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the new thing I'm doing is the speed round, and I gave you a little idea of what's going to be like. I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to associate something with it, or a decision question, and yeah, let's get right into this speed round. We're gonna start off with the first word. It's going to be color.
Red.
Favorite holiday destination.
Destination? Florida, I guess.
Okay, author.
Author? Ursula Le Guin. Yeah.
Coffee or tea.
T.
Director.
David Fincher.
Portrait or landscape.
Landscape.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to talk about that in a second here.
Okay.
Tool.
Tool? Spoon.
Okay. Book.
Book? Oh my God, so many questions. Beautiful Darkness.
Beautiful Darkness.
Book.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And favorite TV show host.
TV show host? Conan, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was playing on the Katherine Lam bit, so but.
Okay. Oh my God, no.
Your favorite Avenger.
Avenger. Oh, it is Black Widow.
Black Widow. There we go. Speaking of Black Widow, are you really excited for the movie to come out?
I am not actually, but
Why
I'll still
not?
watch it. I just, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the movies. It's the best way to put
Okay,
it.
interesting. But
Yeah.
you're a big comic book fan then?
Yeah, I like the character a lot, but movies, I got my
Okay.
own opinions about it. Yeah.
Let's hear it. I mean, that's always interesting. I want to hear it.
I mean, it's just like big blockbuster. I mean, I feel like it's pretty good, but it's just like big blockbuster work, and I feel like, Scarlett
Okay,
Johansson.
let's talk about Black Panther then for a second. Would you say
Okay.
even though it was a big blockbuster, that was an okay movie only, or was it a good movie?
It was a good movie, but I felt like it was a lot packed into one movie. I feel like if they had like stretched it out,
Mhm.
there could have been more, like, like things they could like touch upon,
Uh-huh.
like Killmonger's past, or like his,
True.
or like his vengeful spirit, and like how it became. I mean, they did touch upon it, but
Not
I feel
enough.
like they could have gone into more detail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Fair enough. But interesting point. I mean, because like most of the time when I talk to movie poster artists or like an illustrator in that area, they all big blockbuster fans in terms of like the big franchises like Marvel, DC, and Star Wars and stuff like that. So it's like interesting to hear the take. That you're not as satisfied, which is a good thing though, because there are still plenty of movies out there which need posters. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I do love them. It's just I also have my opinions about them. That's all.
sure. It's all good. It's all good. It's no judgment here. So coming back to your portrayal landscape question, because that's interesting. You say landscape, and I think most of the work I found of you is portrait.
Yeah, I get commissioned in portrait format,
Yeah.
but I prefer landscape more.
Speaking of couple commissions, because I know you do private commissions, and there's a couple coming up of a movie. We're going to touch about the movie and the commission maybe a little bit later. But are you deciding there on portrait always, or is it is there going to be a landscape commission? Since
No, it's
you
gonna
are
be
the
a
artist.
portrait commission.
Okay. But is it like did they decide it beforehand, or are you able to decide?
With most movie poster commissions, it's all portrait always. I don't think they'll ever do like a landscape poster.
I wish they
Yeah.
would.
It would be cool.
We need more landscapes, I think.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. So okay, people, you heard it first. If you want to gonna commission Catherine again, landscape posters.
Please.
Alrighty. So before we're gonna jump into more details on the commission part and that, I will talk about 3 posters, or let's say 2 posters and 1 illustration I really enjoyed. And the first one is the one you did with Mondo for Mondo and Black Dragon Press for Black Desert. How did this come about?
So Black Dragon Press's like art director person, James, he contacted me. I worked with him before.
Okay.
With like several other print releases that I had, but he never commissioned me. So he commissioned me to watch the movie and then create like a screen print for his website, and then that's how it came to be.
Okay, interesting. And I think you did your Destinations series with them, right? And it was more illustrations in general, not movie posters, right? Or
yeah, it was the Destinations, and it was like what was it? Panique, the movie.
Yeah, Panique.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we a while ago.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a second, but more of Red Desert. How do you like the movie? Because I have never seen a movie before, and are you a big like fan of these kind of movies?
Oh yeah, the movie was absolutely beautiful. It was like stunning because I think it's like one of the first movies to use like color in film, and so the director really went absolutely crazy with it. He was like painting buildings, trees, grass a different color to get the color that he wanted. Yeah, and the film itself is like very like thoughtful and like pensive, and it's about like the changing of the times because it was like made in the 60s. So it was pretty cool. I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Panic, you did 2 illustrations for the movie, right? There was the one with the building and the guy on top of it, and then there was the one with the like looking into the shadows, like from the perspective of this person. For the Criterion collection, was it?
Yes.
How did this happen? I mean, was it both for because you said which one was for Black Dragon Press, the one with the building, or?
So they were both for
both.
Criterion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one of the people in the shadow is the front cover, and the one on the inside of the building and the person on top, that one is for like the insert.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and then so James hit me up after seeing like what I post on Instagram, the insert one, and then he asked if he could like resell it on his website.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, it's a beautiful job, and I also like the perspective of like because you kept it like so close with the when you look at the insert one with the shadows and looking at the front cover one, and I love the little like the red eyes and stuff. So that's like really
thank you,
great poster. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about your Sanctuary print. Which series was that? Also part of the Destination series, or which part is that?
The Sanctuary was a project I did for the New York Times recently. It was about like COVID and like 3 stories of 3 families who had to leave because of COVID, and that was the front cover of that issue. And that was reprinted on Black Dragon Press. Yeah, and Destinations is separate from that.
Okay. It's a beautiful of the colors in that and the composition. It's like really beautiful and gives it such like for me being in Germany, it gives such a vacation feeling in this one.
Thank you.
It's been like if I look at it, I feel like okay, I'm somewhere else, like I don't know, Hawaii or some at the Californian coast or something like that. It looks really really beautiful. Um, how is it, by the way? Because as you mentioned, you do illustrations. You for New York Times. You did for other big magazines or big newspapers out there. How is it working when you do illustrations for them, but also be able to reprint them? Is it not in like basically a buyout thing, or how is it working?
Well, with some publications like the New York Times, the artist retains all rights.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, you can just use it however you want. With certain other things like Criterion, you do have to ask them, and like because they're associated with like a different company who like
Yeah.
actually made the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, since the other one,
Mhm.
like the New York Times stuff, is like basically original art, and the other one is licensed. Yeah, I get
Mhm.
it. But good to know. I mean, that's why I was wondering why you had like so much room, because like when I think always about commissions, it's basically you're signing away your rights for the art.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Luckily, it's not like that. Sometimes. Sometimes.
That's great. So I want to know a little bit more about you. I mean, now people seeing your face. I mean, they can see it on the Instagram page that is mentioned under your image. And I was wondering, how did you get there? How did you become an illustrator? What was the way here that you're on the podcast now?
Yeah. So when I was really young, I've like always like my origin story is that I love anime and
Yeah.
like manga when I was really young, and then that kind of like fueled my interest in like drawing and
Hmm.
stuff. And I would draw a lot for like those websites like DeviantArt or like
Oh, okay.
Tumblr.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think around high school, I had to like make a decision on like what I wanted to be. And I was just like, well, I love drawing, so here I go. Yeah. So, but originally I wanted to go into like computer animation and do like animated movies for like Pixar or Disney because
Mm.
that's where I thought like money was.
Ah,
But
okay.
it turns out I'm really bad at it. I'm horrible at animating.
um,
So I,
yeah. What was the animes or mangas that you read or watched?
like Fullmetal Alchemist,
Mhm.
JoJo. Uh, I can't remember them now because I haven't read a lot in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just I loved drawing. I
Okay.
think I just used that as like inspiration to like feel my drawing.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, after I realized that I was absolute shit at animation, I changed my major to illustration.
Hmm.
And yeah,
And
gone on from there.
did this ever come back in terms of you doing comic book or manga anime art?
Yeah, like so recently I have been thinking about making comics. I've
Hmm.
been trying to make them, but it's a lot harder than I thought.
Hmm.
So I'm like trying to work on a comic right now, and hopefully I'll finish it and publish it soon. Yes.
Sounds very good. So where did you study? Are you originally from New York or?
No, I'm originally from Maryland, and I went
Okay.
to Florida and I attended Ringling College of Art and Design, and I came here after graduation.
Yeah, and I mean, you had a plenty good time because you can see on your Behance what kind of projects you did, which are really interesting. And you gave me a cool photo. What's the story behind the photo you gave me?
Which photo was that?
You gave me one for University Times. It's like you throwing peace signs up in
Ah,
the air, and it's like a little blurry.
yeah. Okay, yeah, that one. Okay, so yeah, we were in like the studio labs.
Hmm.
I think it was like 2 a.m.
Okay.
I was like delirious because I obviously haven't slept in like 4 weeks. And
There are a lot of
my
people.
fr
There are a lot of people there. 2 a.m. What's up?
yeah, yeah,
Artist
it's
life,
one of
huh?
those, yeah, one of those days. And then my friend just ran in with like a selfie stick,
Hmm.
and she was just like, "Oh, you want to take a selfie with me?" So yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, I see how it is. So, did you make friends there, or did you know friends already that wanted to go in the same direction at university?
Oh, I had to make friends. Yeah. And everybody was super cool. It's like a small little community of like just artists who really want to do just one thing. So it was pretty easy to relate to everybody. Yeah.
Okay. And then you decided to stay in New York after being done with college.
Yeah, I decided to move to New York because I wanted to get into editorial, but I also didn't want to like be in the comfort of like my mom's home. And then eventually I just like lose all motivation and I just do nothing. So I like forced myself to come to New York so there would be at least like a financial incentive to make me work. And just like being around people like other illustrators and being around like museums and like the other cultural hubs around here, it's like it's a good motivator. Yeah.
Okay. And it, as you said, it worked out, as I can take it from.
I hope it's working out.
No, I mean, like being like you being motivated and stuff like that, and
Oh,
like being creative.
uh, it's it's motivating.
It's
Is it
motivating.
good? I don't know, but
Okay,
it's
okay.
motivating.
Okay. And yeah, how's it in times of COVID? I mean, since like everything is like your plan to like hit museums, as you said, are they still open, or because here there's nothing open right now?
Yeah, nothing's. I mean, things are open here, but I don't want to risk it,
Yeah,
especially
okay.
with people like not wearing masks and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, COVID sucks. I have
it does.
like been like kind of going insane. It's a short way to put it.
I totally understand that. Yeah, I, I have to say at least to a degree because I don't know. I think I'm very much an inside person who stays a lot inside and likes to be inside. And like I'm creative here, like doing my little editing my videos and creating new graphics for it. It's like I don't know. That's why I can spend a lot of time here without even thinking about it. But I definitely understand the point of. Having to be inside or deciding to be inside and not to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's a little fucks your mind up a little.
A little bit, yeah. Your first try was also in the movie poster world was also the panic one, right? The panique.
Yes.
And how do you feel about it now?
Now I still like it,
Yeah.
but I do feel like I've grown a lot as an artist since then. I feel like the colors are a little subdued. The composition's a little like calm and like a little peaceful. Yeah. I would like, yeah, looking at it now, I'm like, there's some stuff I could like
But
spice it up a little.
but you would stay with the same idea though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So, since I do movie reviews as well on the side, I was wondering what was the last movie or TV movie or something like that you have seen?
So yesterday I watched Sonic.
Sonic. How do you like it?
It was really bad.
It was really bad. It wasn't that bad, was it?
Actually, I wasn't actually paying attention to it.
Okay.
So I just like caught like the jokes that they were like throwing out. And I was just like
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was fun. It was fun. But it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, I totally get you. Totally get you. I think it was a safe movie, but I think it was and still entertaining at the end of the day.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. That's all I can say.
Yeah, okay. So as I mentioned before, that you do commissions, and you gave me the poster for a movie, which is a ghost story, and this is going to be a commission by you in the future. And I did you come up with this project, or was the commission, hey, watch a ghost story?
Yeah, the commission was basically, hey, here's Ghost Story, please illustrate. But they also gave me the option to do Eraserhead by David Lynch.
Okay.
And I really wanted to do that one, but they decided on a Ghost Story, which is fine because I watched the movie and it's like phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a really great movie, right?
Yeah.
There's sometimes like I don't know, hear people talking about the pacing and about it's a ghost story.
Yeah.
It's not scary.
I read the reviews on it and people were like going absolutely insane for like the pie eating scene. And I thought it was like really good, but I guess some people didn't vibe with it.
Yeah, different tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, by the way, speaking of Sonic again, since it's the last movie you saw, would you like to do a poster for Sonic, or would that never be in the cards?
No, I would do it. It'll be real fun.
I mean, you can be very creative with it, I guess.
Yeah, definitely an experiment project.
Yeah, there you go. Um,
hmm
what is a must-see movie that you really want to see that's coming out soon?
Oh, I think Nomadland. I know
Nomadland.
that's out on Hulu actually, but
It
it
just
looks
came
like,
out right on Friday.
yeah, I think so. But it looks like a really beautiful film.
It is. I have to say, it's an incredible film, and I think it will win every award that there is. Chloe Zhao will win everything. Frances McDormand and the movie itself.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see it.
It's an incredible movie. The first 30 minutes are very well written, and the camera work is incredible. It's like one of the best stuff I've seen in the last couple of years, I have to say.
Man, okay.
So you can definitely be excited to watch it.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it tonight.
Perfect. There you go. Would you love to make a poster for that as well? Is that something?
Yeah, yeah. Like I want to make posters for like almost every movie I've seen,
Yeah, except
including Sonic.
including
So
Sonic. Okay,
yeah.
there
So
you
yeah, I
go.
would probably want to.
Do you do that sometimes? Just do like your passion projects in that kind of way. If you really enjoy the movie, just do a poster for that by yourself, like a tribute poster.
Yeah, like I just want to honor it in some way. So I just have to make a poster or like at least something
Are
to
they,
like
are they locked up then? I mean, because I haven't seen them on Instagram or something like that. I
I start a lot of projects, but I never finish any of them. So
Okay, I see, I
yeah.
see. But I mean, a work in progress could be maybe motivating because people will always like see something and then they probably like it and then they're gonna make you finish it.
That's true.
Okay. Speaking of other movies, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Zodiac by David Fincher.
Zodiac. Is it because of Fincher? Is it because of the movie? Let's hear some details. Why do you love this one so much?
So this one is just the storytelling,
Hmm.
like the slow burn of it all is so good. Like
Hmm.
it's not necessarily one of those like police procedurals where, you know, it's like crazy intense music in the back and there's like that montage of them running with the criminal and it's like real like intense and action packed. This one is just like I feel like it is super realistic on how like an investigation goes. Just like slow paced
Yeah.
and very tedious. And just like the emotional toll it takes on people and everybody around that is involved with the case. I think they just did a really good job with it. And the way they like, like kept the suspect like hidden for the
Yeah.
most part. And all the scenes where like you're where the I forgot his name, but Jake Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
it's like looking at a person who could be the Zodiac killer, and all those scenes are it just heightens your like suspicion and your paranoia, but it never actually tells you like who it actually is. So I just think like as a film and the storytelling and the technique and like the way it like elicits the reaction from the audience is just like phenomenal. And I
Hmm.
just love David Fincher as a director in general.
Yeah. Yeah. As we heard earlier.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's interesting. And I just showed the poster that you gave me, the key art poster for it. And how do you like the key art poster? Would you do it totally differently, or are you satisfied with this one?
I would do it differently. Yeah. This one I feel like it's not bad, but it is more like it's straight to the point, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
How would you approach it?
I like to the way I approach posters, I kind of like to take from like the mood, like the atmosphere of the poster.
Hmm.
So I don't know, I might do something with like
I,
I don't know actually.
okay.
I haven't think about it.
Yeah, it was all good. I don't want to put you on the spot there.
Yeah.
It was a spontaneous question. But yeah, maybe a Zodiac poster will be in the future. So commissioners, you heard it here as well. Go get Catherine some Zodiac posters. Um, My next question would be, since we talked about posters, what are your favorite posters as of right now in alternative movie poster, key art posters, whatever you like to talk about?
Yes, so I absolutely love every poster made for the director of Killing of a Sacred Deer. I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The Greek director, right?
Yeah, like Dogtooth, The Favorite. I think they all are from the same graphic designer, like Facilis something. But he's phenomenal. Like my favorite is The Killing of Sacred Deer,
That's
and
a
it
great
has
poster.
that. Yeah, it has like the hospital scene, and it's just like a long, really trippy, like almost glitchy looking curtain going up, and it's just that mood that it sets. It's so frightening and like a little horrific almost.
Yeah, it's an incredible poster. I really love that one as well. I did not know about this one. I've seen a couple for the movie itself, but even from the alternative movie poster scene. But this one is really cool as a key art poster. I really enjoy this one.
Yeah. And another one I really like was The Handmaiden, which is a Korean film by Park Chan-wook, I think.
Yeah, Chan Wook Park. Yeah.
Yeah. And this one I think is absolutely beautiful because it looks like a traditional Korean scroll, but there's like all these little hints of
Yeah.
how fucked up the movie is.
Yeah, it's an
So
incredible movie. I love the movie as well, and the posters are really
yeah.
cool. I like it. They are they is it key art as well, or is it, do you know, or is it the original poster for it, or is it a different one, like an alternative movie poster?
I'm not sure. I think it's the original, but I can't be too sure
Okay.
because I know there were like a lot of variations online that were
Okay.
circulated.
Okay. Yeah, that's an incredible poster. I love that one as well. And yeah, the third one you brought us is a classic, which is the
Yes.
Vertigo poster.
Yes, Vertigo, Saul Bass, best movie poster maker ever. Yeah.
And how do you like the alternative versions for Vertigo that came out? There's a couple of, obviously, with the tower and stuff like that.
I actually don't know.
They had them.
I just
I think they're like different artists who did this kind of same idea with the when you look down from the tower and like into like in the middle. You know what I mean? Like that. This is like the which you can basically fall down and have this kind of create this feeling of the vertigo. And also there's, I think there's this one, and then there's the variant version for that, which is basically looking up the tower.
Oh, is that the one that
I think this is,
by
isn't it did Z do something like that? I think the Z did something like that as well.
Okay. I also know of one that Malika Favre did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one's also. Yeah, I feel like everybody who does Vertigo does like a great rendition of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great movie, so can't go wrong with this one, right?
Honestly.
Exactly. So for these movies, how about you doing some posters for that?
I would love to.
You would love to,
especially for the Handmaiden one, I think.
Yeah. Would you go the same route, basically doing like this like style of that time of that artwork?
No, I don't. I think I'll do something really like trippy and kind of like mind boggling.
Okay.
Yeah, because the movie itself is a little trippy.
That's true. Would you, by the way, would you consider your own art as trippy? Because like the I mean, since you do illustrations for the newspapers and stuff like that, you always can't go like full trippy, can you? Or
yeah, I can't go too crazy with like my editorial work because they want it to be like a certain like it has to be like respectful in a certain way. Yeah, but like my
elegant and classy.
Yeah, just like not too crazy because obviously with the topics I'm like doing, but my personal work has gotten a lot more like well, I want to push it in a more psychedelic trippy direction, so hopefully that will start to like seep into my professional work. Okay. And then people will start to see it more. Yes.
That's great. Since we talked about these posters and you gave us probably all key art, and I wondered what your opinion on galleries is, since you work with Black Dragon Press in this case, but do you know the scene, or is that something very foreign to you?
Yeah, it's pretty foreign to me. I've been to galleries of like other people's like displays and stuff, but
Yeah. Did
I
sorry.
so I never done it.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
did you go to Hashimoto Contemporary in New York?
I don't think so.
Uh,
Is that a museum?
that's a gallery,
Oh, okay.
and they are partners with like the owner of it is Ken. I don't know his last name. I forgot his last name, but his like Facebook is Ken Hashimoto. So he has the gallery there, and he is part or works with Spoke Art. And Spoke
Mm.
Art, they do like they have a gallery in San Francisco as well, and in New York, and they put out a lot of alternative movie poster stuff as well. So maybe something, because like when I was in 2019, it was 2019. I was in New York and for a week, and I visited Bottleneck Gallery, which is also in Brooklyn, New York, and
Yes.
went to Hashimoto Contemporary, and had because they had the show for the Frank Lloyd Wright series. They have like architecture prints, and they were really great, and I could actually my first time go to a gallery show of the stuff I'm collecting, so not only online, and yeah, grab some posters right there. That was kind of fun.
Awesome. I do know of the Bottleneck Gallery. I've passed it a couple of times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
It's
really,
a pretty cool place.
yeah, they're really great guys. So if you ever have the chance, they yeah, Joe from Bottleneck is the man. Everybody knows him, and he's like the nicest person ever. But all of them are really nice.
Yeah. That's what I heard too.
Alrighty. What was my question? Yeah, galleries. Okay, yeah, and
Oh.
but so you're not collecting, or are you collecting something different?
I just collect artwork that I like that I see at conventions
Hmm.
or like art festivals like Mocha or like Comics Art Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of like zines and like small printed posters.
Okay.
I don't really I would like to buy a lot more artwork and posters,
Uh-huh.
but
Is
I'm broke.
is is there an artist though you really enjoy? Like or like is there like, let's say, an alternative movie poster that you really would like to have? Because the scene is sometimes like, for artists it's like, to actually collect something will be really hard, because they don't know about drops and stuff. But so it's most of the time they trade with the artist itself. So
Yeah, I think any poster by Tomer Hanuka
oh
I
yeah,
would like. Yeah, beautiful stuff. I honestly like I
there's
don't even know where to get it.
there
I haven't looked.
at Mondo. You need to check out Mondo and his personal website, of course. And I think on Mondo there's still his A Quiet Place is still up there to grab,
Okay.
and
All right. I'm gonna
it's a
grab
really
it.
cool print. Yeah, go check it out. Yeah, I have a picture of the new Latin wave and action. Those are the last posters that you, or yeah, prints you bought, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a while ago,
Okay, and
but
that's
this is the last thing I hung up.
oh, okay, I see, I see.
Yeah.
What was that about? Is that
I just went to like a print festival.
mhm.
I think it was like at a MoMA PS1, but I just went and there were all these vendors selling stuff, and I came across this booth and I saw it and I was like, this is really cool. So I just grabbed it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair. I mean, fine, it's totally fine. That's how I pick my posters. I buy what I
Yeah.
like. It's not about like flipping them or anything, because there's also like the aftermarket in the scene is like tough stuff. But like sometimes the prices go up so high, it's incredible. But
I know.
oh well. Um, so this is the last poster that you put up, and it's like on your desk. I don't know, like, do you have a big apartment, or like?
No, my apartment's tiny. And
But you're happy, I
like
hope.
yes, it's a nice little apartment. But yeah, that was like my bookshelf.
Okay, your bookshelf.
Yes. Hmm.
But did you put it on there? Did you put something on the walls, or is it? Because like right behind it, when we look behind you, there's not much on the walls. Is that you'd like to keep it clean on the walls, or?
It's like part of the rent contract.
Ah, okay, I see, I see.
Yeah,
Understandable.
and I don't want to like create so many holes in the walls that I have to spend like 2 days like spackling. So
Yeah,
I
understandable.
just rather not put it up. Yeah.
I get
Hmm.
it. I get it. Don't worry. I know. I have to say I messed up on a little bit on my wall, but oh well, it is what it is. Since
You have a nice little display going on
thank
though.
you.
It's
Yeah,
nice.
it used to be different, and I try to change it every 3 months or so, every 3 to 4 months, and I tried now like those kind of Velcro things. You know,
Hmm.
you like basically put one on the frame and one on the wall, and then they actually hang. But sometimes it's like sometimes it's a pain, and to get like the hard like the harder part of the Velcro, like with the hooks, to get that off the wall, it takes a little bit of the plaster sometimes if you are not really careful. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah. I had my experience with that, the Velcro stuff too.
yeah.
And my cats clung onto it and ripped it off the wall. So
Oh
never again.
no, that sucks. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, but yeah,
it's okay.
I know that feeling. I mean, one of my posters came down with the frame. The frame was broken, but the poster was unscathed. So I was like, oh, geez, thank God.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a shock second. And the worst thing is you can hear it. It's you can hear it how it like the sound like of the Velcro going off, and then you turn around and you see, oh shit, his poster's coming down, and you try to get there but you cannot get there, and it's like
Yeah, yeah. It's just like two
yeah,
inches away.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But how's the rest of the apartment look like? Do you have like a is it a studio apartment, or what are we looking at here?
No, it's a much bigger apartment, but it's a little messy, so I didn't
Oh,
really
okay,
include it.
okay. But no, I just
Yeah,
wanted because you gave a photo of your desk and your workstation. So,
yeah,
so
yeah,
you have like a office, like a home office for you, or?
I share it with my partner,
Oh, okay.
and it's really small. It's a little compact space, but I work digitally, so I don't think I
Yeah,
need too much space.
exactly. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. But and
Yeah,
what kind of tablet are you using?
I'm using a Cintiq.
A Cintiq, of course.
Hmm.
Did you use a Cintiq since you started out, or?
Yeah, I've always had the Cintiq because at college they had Cintiq swords to use, so I just got used to it.
Oh, okay, okay. But did you
Mhm.
try something else ever, or?
Yeah, I've used like many tablets in the past, like Wacom
Mm,
tablets and Toast. I've used like I have an iPad.
mm,
I've used like bootleg tablets.
mm.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I don't think the Cintiq is the best, but it is pretty good with what we have so
Yeah.
far.
What would you say is the best?
I don't know. I need to try more
Okay,
tablet
okay. I heard
tablet.
a friend of mine, Matt Ferguson. He uses the Surface Studio.
Oh yeah, I heard that one's really good.
So yeah,
Hmm.
that's I was since I don't do graphic work, so I'm like the worst example. But I just would love to have one because I have the Surface Book as a notebook for school work. So I have like my digital blackboard basically, or whiteboard in this
Hmm.
case, and yeah, that's always works great. But to have it like as a desktop would be also very amazing.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a different experience than like a tablet or like paper
Yeah,
for sure.
it is.
Hmm.
By the way, going into the next question as well, how your working process looks like, but um, is there something you're working on right now?
Yeah, so I am working on two posters for uh some Ozu films,
Hmm.
late spring and early summer.
Hmm. Hmm.
And those two are commissioned as screen prints for Black Dragon Press again.
Hmm. Is
Hmm.
the Ozu films, is that also Tokyo Story?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
But I'm not I haven't done Tokyo Story. So, yeah.
it's coming up, or
Uh no, it's just these two for now.
okay, because I have seen, I think no, wasn't you right, but I think Black Dragon Press has one up for Tokyo Story, which is pretty cool, I have to say.
Yes. By Tom Hagelman or something.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that, yeah. But yeah, so how's your approach in general for your work? Is that do you always do you sketch first, or is it all digital right away? How do you go about it?
Yeah, I usually have it here actually. I usually have sketches that are real crazy and messy, and that's like how I put my ideas down. I just kind of like shit everything out on paper just to like find something solid, and once I get that, I'll like kind of make a more tighter thumbnail out of it.
Mhm.
And then once I have that, I go into Photoshop and I redraw it out, but in more detail and more like readable so my clients can like actually know what's going on. And yeah, and after they like approve the sketch, I'll take that into like I'll render color and finalize it after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hmm.
I remember I had Rory Kurtz. Are you familiar with Rory Kurtz?
I don't think
He
so.
did the Parasite that's behind me. It's a little glary, but I can show you later in on a close up. But he did this one, and we talked about it on the release podcast I'm doing as well. And he showed his final sketch, which was basically perfect line work. All like you just had to color in. It's like I don't know how. It's like I don't know. And he said, "Yeah, that's my sketch."
Yeah, no, I'm not like that.
It's
Sometimes my
crazy. It's
clients will
crazy, right?
email me back and be like, "What is that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's a person."
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's so crazy that the people work so differently in terms of and like what is called a sketch here. But
Yeah, I hope I can be like the person who did the Parasite poster. That's like a level I aspire to.
yeah, I mean, you don't have to. It's a sketch. When the final product is perfect, I think you're golden. So,
Yeah.
and is it the same way for illustration and movie poster that you go the same kind of route like this?
Yeah, I kind of treat all my like all artwork the same with the same process.
Do do you decide to do it in? Do you try out different styles when it comes to like? I mean, since illustration doesn't let you do the full tableau of your work, but the movie poster world may be a little bit more. Is there a difference in the way you do things there, or?
Not really, but yeah, movie posters do allow for a lot more like experimenting because I mean all movies are different, so they all capture like a different mood and a different like aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I do have more freedom and I do like to like push like movie posters more with like the theme that they have going on.
Okay, and is it that when you like plan for a project, because like when it comes to commissions, I know from the commission world that it's like movie poster commission world that there's not like a timetable or anything. But I guess when you do illustrations for the Times or whatever, it is different there. How do you plan for a project then in general?
Um, well, with editorial, they usually give you a set time, and you just have to do it within that time. And it's usually very short, like 3 days to like a week. So you just have to like do it. But with the movie posters, I actually have a lot that I want to do, but I'm always like lazy. So, so my um oh yeah, so like my timeline and like my timetable for that is usually like insanely long. Yeah, I
All good.
think for the Rear Window posters that recently came out,
Yeah,
that took
I just pull it up for the people to see.
like 5 months to do.
It's okay. It's okay. There's no shame in that. I have to say,
Yeah.
I have to say, I really love the variant version of this one with the yellow, and that's
Yeah, that one is my favorite out of the two.
that's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Um, and how do you like to come? How do you want the posters to come out? Or like or your prints in general to come out? Is there like a preference? Do you just leave that to the printers, all that stuff, and you just do the illustrations?
Yeah, I just let the printers decide.
Okay.
Yeah, I have basically no say when one's coming.
The rear window one, that was, I guess, since it's like a very like color wise muted. Is it? It's a screen print, right?
Yes.
Did you do your illustration with that in mind? Because I don't know, a lot of artists do like just use a certain color palette, like 5 colors or whatever, and then just go, or 3 colors, and then they do the separations as well. Is that something you're concerned with, or you just do your work and let the printer magic do their magic?
So for the rear window one, that one was just like an illustration. Then I let the printers separate the colors.
Okay.
But for the early spring, late summer, or late spring, early summer ones, I had to separate the colors myself, which is why I feel like color-wise they're a little bit more like monotone
Yeah.
and a lot more like, cohesive. Hmm.
Did you know how to do that, or did you learn yourself to do that?
I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
So
How did you
yeah,
feel?
it
How do you feel
was.
about it?
Oh my God. It took me so long to figure it out. I was basically always coloring on the wrong layer or coloring the wrong values. And if the values were there,
Yeah.
I like accidentally merged all my layers together. So if I like erased something, I would erase. It was just a mess. But eventually I figured it out somehow.
That's great.
And then, yeah, and then, yeah, but like, with this in mind, I would like to keep trying and probably make,
Hmm.
this would probably be a good like experimental thing for me to like push my work in a certain way with like more limited colors and
Yeah.
stuff.
Is that also like does it go into your illustration work as well, to like this separation or this layer process?
Yeah, it sometimes like with certain clients you need to like layer everything in different like by like character background and stuff.
Hmm.
But for the most part with like editorial, I don't usually have to separate anything.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what would we say was the most challenging work you have done before,
The most challenging work,
or hardest challenging?
uh, I think anything for the New York Times.
Yeah. In terms, why is that?
Well, one, the deadlines are extremely short,
Hmm.
and two, like they they really they don't want, but like they would prefer to have like a concept,
Yeah.
like a conceptual take on the subject matter, and I'm really bad at that. So I'm always like giving them really bad options, and we're going back and forth with like what needs to be changed and what doesn't work. And yeah, it's just difficult when I do it.
Okay. You gave me an image for the hardest work you did. It was like this guy sitting with apples in and there's like a balcony or terrace or something like that.
Oh yeah,
What is that all
that
about?
is that is the poster for late spring.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. And why?
Yeah, and that,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Why did you include that?
Oh, because that was the one where I had to separate the colors,
Ah,
and
okay, okay.
it's
Now I
really
get it.
hard. Yeah.
But I think it's a beautiful image. I'm really
Oh,
looking forward to this. I really like with the tree in the background there, and like the traditional style of windows and stuff like that. So that's good stuff.
yeah. Thank you.
Um, so my next question would be, what IP or idea would you like to work on? Is there anything into like also older movies, newer movies, music or sports or something like that?
Yeah, I would really like to. Well, I'm working on a project right now that is basically like Macbeth,
Hmm.
and I kind of want to like have do a little like my version of Macbeth.
Hmm.
I also want to do a lot of like horror movies.
Okay. Are you a
Like,
big horror movie
yes,
fan?
I am. I love horror. I love sci-fi. Those are my two top genres. And oh, and Western.
That's interesting because like was it Arrival, and the rest is basically not that horror or sci-fi ish.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people come to me for more like sad, pensive movies, like a ghost story, which is fine. I do love those movies, but personally, I do love like horror and sci-fi, Western action movies. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see a take now on those.
Yeah. I really like to do Suspiria.
Yeah.
Yes, that one's my favorite. I would love to do a poster for that.
Yeah. How about Universal Monsters?
I don't know that one.
No, I mean the classic ones like
Oh,
Dracula, Wolfman,
oh, yeah,
Frankenstein.
yes. I would love to do yeah, Frankenstein. I love to do one for I can't pronounce it. Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do that one.
Do you know Greg Ruth? Have you heard of him?
Yes, I have
He
actually.
did the Thanos behind me,
Oh, so cool.
and yeah, he did a Nosferatu piece, and since he's drawing with pencil and graphite and stuff like that, so he has drawn this one, and there's like, I don't know, these flames or smoke coming up, and if you see this, how he draws the flames. I mentioned it in the last podcast with Attack Peter as well. If there's going to be a commission, if I would commission him, I just wanted to draw flames and smoke, because it's so
Oh my
incredible.
God.
He's such a talented dude.
Yeah. It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah. But any other stuff than movies? Is there like, would you do music, sports, or something like that, or is that something you're not interested in at all?
I would like to do music, but I never thought about it. Sports? No, I'm not a sports person.
It's okay.
So I have no idea what's going on.
But music, what kind of music would you like to do?
I would like to do album covers or like even like event posters.
Okay, but
Like
for what kind of music? Like, what are we talking about? Electronica, or is it gonna be hip hop, R&B, jazz?
maybe like rock.
Okay.
Yeah, like acid rock. I would like to do for
Is
them.
that what you listen to as well, or?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of acid rock. I listen to I listen to everything. I think everything, but yeah, a lot of like pop, hip hop, rock.
All right.
Like classic. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, now we're gonna come to my favorite question of the show, which is, which classical artist would you like to see make a film poster, and which movie or franchise would it be?
Yeah. So I would love to see Harmonious Bosch do a movie poster.
Hieronymus Bosch, yeah.
Love him.
And
I love him. Sorry.
yeah, what movie would he do, or what franchise?
I would love to see him do like some crazy zombie movie.
28 Days
Or
Later.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or like some horror movie like Hereditary or yeah, something like that. Some crazy movie with like just his style would be perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about a little thing later, because you signed up for something right now. But we will talk it afterwards.
Okay.
Before I let you go, my last question would be, do you have any tips for the beginners out there who go into the illustration route in terms of hardware, software, utensils, social media? What can you give the people out there?
Well, I guess my biggest advice would just be don't be afraid to like try everything. Like don't just, stick with one thing and think that this is it, But I guess for social media, like tag your stuff for exposure. That's my biggest one. For utensils, pens are pretty good. Hardware, Photoshop is good, but you don't need to have Photoshop. You could work with like Procreate or even like, I don't know, GIMP. Anything will work. But and oh, sorry, that was software. Hardware, you don't need to buy a Mac. Don't worry. Other computers will work fine. Yeah, those are my advices.
But loading the files takes so much time. My friend Eileen Steinbach, aka SG Posters, she's doing like photorealistic stuff and manipulation, and she told me she just bought the new iMac, and before she had this one file. Before it took on her old computer, it took like 5 minutes to load everything, all the layers and stuff like that. And now it takes only 15 seconds. So that's
Yeah,
that's the
that is
plus.
one nice thing about Apple, but at the same time, oh my God, I just run out of space so easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's need to go.
How big is the biggest file?
I think 3 GB. I think it was it's like a movie poster.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, before you go, I will give you some time to do either some shout outs to fellow artists, friends, family, whoever you want to, and let us know before you do that where people can find you.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Behance, and I think that's it.
Is it all the same handles
And
or?
yeah, so my Instagram is Katherine Lambs. My Twitter is Katherine Lam Art. And my Behance, I think you just search Katherine Lam.
Or check your
I actually
website.
don't know. Yes, check my website too. And shout outs, I like to have a shout out to all my friends, especially Trevor for hyping me up. I like to shout out to my girlfriend, Amber, who supports me all the way. And shout out to my cats for not bothering me this whole 2 hours or 1 hour. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been really a pleasure talking to you, and I can't wait what you come up next with in the future. I mean, as we mentioned, a couple of commissions are coming, so people check over there. The commissioners in the Facebook groups. If you're in the know, you know where to find stuff that Katherine is going to do, or probably people want Katherine to do. So get involved and check her website out, check out their artwork, and it's definitely worth a follow either on this channel and of course on Katherine's channel. So thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. And
Thank you.
people tune in next time when we have our release podcast again, and in 2 weeks another interview. I think it will be with Peter Diamond, but it's not 100% sure yet. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.